Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Hello and welcome once again to Cheap Shot Entertainment. I haven't done a video for at least a week, but we have got lots of wrestling action coming up for you this week in Cheap Shot, or on Cheap Shot Entertainment rather. Make sense. Anyway, this is your report of NXT UK number 46. It features the number one contenders battle, it features tag team matches, it features ladies as well as a lot of story development, moving on to a massive announcement made on this show, and also by Eddie Dennis on Twitter. I'm not sure if he should have done that, but I found out about this a couple of days ago, and it's yes, I want tickets for it. Anyway, that should give it away. Anyway, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You are the Cheap Shot Nation. I am your host, Luke. This is the ICW exclusive T-shirt from WrestleCrate.co.uk. So if you're watching WrestleCrate, answer my email. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Lots to get through today. NXT UK was from the Braehead Arena again in Scotland this week. The next venue is obviously going to be Download, and we'll get to that reference later on with the Grizzled Young Veterans, which I thought this was absolutely hilarious. Anyway, it was aired on the 5th of June 2019 on the network, but obviously it was filmed a long time ago in the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. Anyway, the first match is one of my personal favourite tag teams. It is The Hunt. It is Wild Boar Mike Hitchman and Primate, collectively known as The Hunt, versus two guys who I've seen quite a bit of in real life. T-Bone, I've seen in Hope Wrestling. I've seen him in forget the name of it now, Southside, and I've also seen him at Preston City Wrestling. He was a last minute replacement, so go and check out that video as soon as we've done that. That was on the 1st of June 2019. Anyway, as I say, we haven't seen a lot of T-Bone recently, but it's nice to see him back on NXT UK, and I believe Saxon Huxley has had a little bit of an injury. This match basically pretty much was dominated by The Hunt. These guys are tremendous. They've got a great gimmick in the fact that they are very wild in their tag teaming, in their wrestling style, and all that kind of stuff as well. Absolutely brilliant. Love The Hunt, and that would come through. They've been a tag team for a long time, on and off, and that experience edge would get them over T-Bone and Saxon Huxley. The end of the match would come as a tandem diving headbutt from both Primate and from Wild Boar Mike Hitchman on Huxley. Put him away, basically. Double pin, 1, 2, 3, your winner are The Hunt. So they go on continuing their momentum, continuing their winning ways over T-Bone and Saxon Huxley. But that is not the end of the match. As those guys are celebrating up the ramp, Gallus come out and wipe The Hunt out, taking out some of their competition, you would think, going forward in the NXT UK Tag Team division. So yes, Gallus takes out The Hunt. I'm sure that is going to come to fruition very, very soon with a tag match of some kind. If Teddy Long were here, he'd have already made that tag match player. Anyway, it was announced then that Ilya Dragunov versus Joseph Connors is going to happen next week. So Joseph Connors gets a shiny new toy to play with, so to speak. But that shiny new toy does hit back. NXT TakeOver Wales was announced. Yes. NXT TakeOver is coming. NXT UK TakeOver is coming to Cardiff, Wales. So still a long blinking journey for me, and they've all been that side of the country. We need more sort of central ones. But it's great to hear of another NXT UK takeover, full 8 months after the first one. But obviously they just need to see that everything went off without a hitch, and we're moving quickly, swiftly on to NXT UK episode number 50. So can't argue with the fact that it has been a massive success, and the format of it, the wrestling on it is phenomenal. So yeah, all hands, all thumbs up on this one for me. Anyway, we get to see some women's wrestling next. It is Kaylee Ray, Glasgow native, versus Casey Owens, also a Glasgow native, coming over from Ireland to make her residence in the Scottish region of the UK. Anyway, Kaylee Ray, Casey Owens very evenly matched in this match. Casey Owens gives as good as she gets, but it does come down to the experience edge of Kaylee Ray, who hits a gory bomb / widow's peak for the win on Casey Owens after knocking her senseless with a couple of flurry moves into the finish. But another great match there, and the first match was great. This match was really good as well. Very short matches, but you can still tell a story in a short match. Kaylee Ray moves on, continuing her winning ways, and you would think that she would be getting a title shot sometime in the near future. So let's move on. And so we've got another lady who is vying for the championship. Already had her opportunity, in fact, in Ginny, and she is obviously talking about the women's championship in NXT UK, and she is flanked by Jazzy Gabert, the huge German wrestler who has now joined NXT UK. She says that basically she's either going to fight Jazzy Gabert or befriend Jazzy Gabert. I think she's made the right choice. She says that she's smart. I believe she is. Still not a big fan of Ginny. I appreciate that she's got a lot of skill, but I'm still not a massive fan of her. Jazzy Gabert, she is what she is. She's a bruiser. I was impressed with her in the Mae Young Classic last year. So great that she's on NXT UK. Next, we get the grizzled young veterans in the fact that we get the Liverpool's own and the other guy as well. I've forgotten their names. James Drake. So we next get another interview, and this time it's with the NXT UK Tag Team Champions, the grizzled young veteran, who are soon to be in the record books as the first ever and longest ever reigning NXT UK Tag Team champions rather. They're not the championship, that is the title above their shoulder, or above their shoulder on the game, obviously, but great. Anyway, it is Zach Gibson, Liverpool's number one, and James Drake, who is an arse face because he has his face on the arse of his trunks. Anyway, he says that they have been put in a match at the Download Festival in Nottingham, none other, although it is advertised as being in Derby, even though that's Derby. That's where I'm from. Yay. Cheap pop. Yeah, so they got a match at Download in front of a bunch of sweaty goths. This, of course, this leads to a sweaty goths chant from the crowd in... Oh, it was brilliant. Sweaty goths. Brilliant. Brilliant. So they're not happy about having to walk through a muddy field in their custom-made Liverbird boots through a muddy field full of God knows how many human bodily fluids that there will be in that field over the Download Weekend Festival. One can only imagine what would go off in that situation. So they're obviously not very happy, but that Sweaty Goths chant was brilliant. Anyway, we're straight on to the main event. Of course, this took up quite a lot of the show. It's number one contenders fatal four-way match. It is Joe Coffey, of course, going against Pete Dunne at the first ever NXT UK takeover. Dave Mastiff, who beat Eddie Dennis, Wales' own, at NXT takeover. Jordan Devlin, who went against Finn Balor at the first ever UK takeover, and Travis Banks, who lost to Jordan Devlin in that last man standing match, which was also fantastic. That took place in Coventry. So obviously the two bigger guys, Joe Coffey and Dave Mastiff, are smashing into each other like two semi-trucks, as they would say in WWE commentary. They were smashing into each other. They took each other out. They took out the other two guys. They took out Jordan Devlin and Travis Banks as well. At one point on the outside, there was flying bodies. There was Dave Mastiff doing cannonball sent-ons onto both Joe Coffey and to Travis Banks, with Travis Banks at the back of that squash. Felt really sorry for him. Jordan Devlin obviously putting on a good show, because you never bet against the ace. But the finish would come after a lot of jockeying for position in this match. Dave Mastiff just went crazy with the German suplexes. Jordan Devlin even tried to deadlift suplex Dave Mastiff at one point. That ain't gonna happen. The only one that didn't get much offense in here, apart from the best for the bells on Jordan Devlin, was Joe Coffey. He spent a lot of his time on the outside, knowing that he'd probably be the biggest threat, having fought for the championship before. Obviously, whoever wins this has got an uphill battle against Walter, but it would be the slice of heaven hit on Jordan Devlin and the Kiwi Crusher that would win the match for none other than the Kiwi buzzsaw Travis Banks, who is going on to face Walter. The match has not been announced, don't know when that's going to happen, but yeah, congratulations to Travis Banks. Had a lot of injuries since NXT had come to starting. Lots and lots of injuries, unfortunately. Had some fantastic matches along the way as well, and he is the number one contender. He is going to be he is going to be going for the UK Championship against Walter. The finish did come, incidentally, after Joe Coffey hit the best for the bells on Dave Mastiff, taking both of those guys out of the ring for the Kiwi buzzsaw to take advantage of that. But your winner in this match is the Kiwi buzzsaw Travis Banks. And so that is everything that happened on NXT UK this week. It took place at the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland, and was aired on the 5th of June 2019. We hope you've enjoyed the video. We hope you've enjoyed watching us here on Cheap Shot Entertainment as much as we enjoyed putting the videos together. We are coming to the end of the run for the NXT UK videos. Lots of different content that I want to get going on as well. So yeah, join us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like the video. Helps us out loads with the subscriptions and the subscribers and the likes and the comments and things like that. Let us know what you thought of the video. We'll see you next time. I have been your host, Luke. You've been the Cheap Shot Nation, and we'll see you again. Goodbye.